the Young and the Restless spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautiful day. The sun is shining, but our soap opera lives are in absolute shambles, and I am so ready to dive into the madness with you. Grab your iced coffees, get comfortable, and prepare yourselves, because the drama we are about to unpack is genuinely off the charts. Let's get right into it. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. You guys, I am deceased. I am physically unwell. We need to talk about this now, because I am hyperventilating over what is currently happening to our absolute queen, Nikki Newman. I was literally mid-skincare, sitting cross-legged on my floor, smearing a charcoal mask all over my face, and trying to live my best, peaceful, hydrated life, and I had to straight up yeet my phone across the rug because I could not handle the sheer audacity of what I was watching. I smeared charcoal all over my vintage rug, but I don't even care because the warning signs on this show are literally flashing in neon lights, and everyone in Genoa City is just walking around completely blind. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I am taking this as a personal attack on my mental health. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of this world-shattering saga. Basically, Nikki has been dealing with these absolutely catastrophic, world-ending migraines and this bone-deep, soul-crushing exhaustion for weeks now. And what is everyone doing? Nothing. Literally nothing. Bestie, be for real right now. Nikki and Victoria are just casually brushing this off like it is a standard multiple sclerosis flare-up. An MS flare-up? No, ma'am. We have seen Nikki deal with her MS for years. We know what that looks like. This is different. The cinematic mayhem of Nikki just standing there in her flawless designer blazers, quietly rubbing her temples in the background while the rest of the family screams about their own drama, is giving me hives. I am screaming at my screen. It is a high-octane, psychological masterpiece of denial, and I am spiraling. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but genuinely, how are they ignoring this? The woman is visibly crumbling. And don't even get me started on the vibes Victoria's bringing to this situation. Victoria is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done with her. She looks at her mother, who is visibly fading away, holding her head like it is about to split wide open. And Victoria just goes, "Oh, it's just the MS. It'll pass." Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Victoria is supposed to be this hyper-observant CEO mastermind, right? The woman who notices a misplaced comma in a billion-dollar contract? But when it comes to her own mother's literal life-threatening medical emergency, she just shrugs? I am glitching. I am genuinely glitching. She should be dragging Nikki to a doctor by her lapels, booking every MRI in the state of Wisconsin, but instead, she's just letting it ride. It is honestly so unhinged. She's acting like Nikki just has a slight allergy to the drama, not a potential brain aneurysm. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but the entire Newman family is basically distracted by the absolute dumpster fire that is Nick Newman right now. Nick's fentanyl addiction has everyone in a total chokehold. The stakes are astronomical. Nick literally drove his car off a cliff while high out of his mind on poisoned drugs supplied by that absolute menace Sienna, and almost died. We are talking permanent brain damage territory. So, of course, Nikki is stressed out of her mind. Her golden boy almost crossed over to the other side. But that stress is exactly why they are completely missing the plot with her health. They think Nikki is just tired from the Nick trauma. No, guys, this is a whole separate disaster manifesting right in front of our eyes. They are using Nick's near-death experience as an excuse to ignore Nikki's current death experience. And then there is the Matt Clark of it all. Wait, my brain is buffering. Okay, back to the main event. Matt Clark is basically running around faking amnesia, acting like he doesn't remember terrorizing the entire family, and suddenly he's begging for forgiveness instead of being a nuclear threat. Nick is out here bizarrely trying to cure Matt's amnesia, just so he can be mad at him properly, which is straight up psychotic behavior, by the way. And the family is so hyper-fixated on this weird cat and mouse game that they are ignoring the matriarch's failing health. The sheer audacity of Matt Clark taking up all this oxygen while Nikki is secretly dying in the background is making me physically vibrate with rage. Matt is literally sitting in custody, playing the victim, and the Newmans are eating it up while Nikki winces in pain. Make it make sense. Let's veer off into a completely random tangent for a second. Did you guys notice the lighting in the Newman office lately? It's so moody and dark, and there's this weird hum in the background audio whenever Nikki is in the room. It perfectly matches my current emotional state, but it's also like the directors are screaming at us that the Grim Reaper is lurking. Anyway, back to the tea. The family's also exhausted from the whole Phyllis Summers corporate hostage situation. Phyllis finally agreed to do the right thing and give Newman Enterprises back, so they finally got their precious company returned. You'd think everyone could take a breath, right? Wrong. The adrenaline crash from getting the empire back is masking the fact that Nikki's body is fundamentally shutting down. We genuinely need to dissect Victor's role in this cinematic tragedy because it is a mess. Victor has been aggressively gaslighting Nikki, demanding she praise his ruthless business choices and basically forcing her to celebrate his supposed genius for not trading the company for Nick's safety. He is parading around like a peacock. But even Victor, the man who misses nothing, the man who controls the weather in Genoa City, is starting to get this creeping suspicion that Nikki's exhaustion is a massive, flashing warning sign of a much more severe medical crisis. He's concerned that this isn't just an MS flare-up or the fallout from their temporary breakup. But because he's so busy gloating and the rest of the family is so distracted, he isn't acting on it fast enough. I am tearing my hair out. He needs to stop demanding praise and start demanding medical charts. The tragic irony of this entire situation is genuinely making me sick to my stomach. They finally neutralized the Matt Clark threat. The guy is literally begging for forgiveness, taking himself off the board as a threat. They finally got Newman Enterprises back from Phyllis. Nick is alive and in recovery. They are literally entering what should be an era of peace and prosperity. But right as they cross the finish line, right as they get everything they wanted, they are about to lose the one person who holds the entire family together. It is giving Shakespearean tragedy, and I am not emotionally equipped to handle it. I am just a girl watching her favorite soap. I did not sign up for this level of existential devastation. I am literally hyperventilating right now because the entire fandom is on the exact same page. We are all collectively losing our minds in the group chat at 3 a.m. We are terrified that these migraines are the cover-up for a massive, undiagnosed, terminal illness. Like, what if it's a brain tumor? What if it's an aneurysm? I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, but I am also terrified that by the time they actually pay attention to Nikki's pain, it is going to be too late to treat her. The continuous dismissal of her pain is a trope I cannot stand, and seeing Nikki suffer in silence while her family bickers over corporate shares and amnesiac villains is a personal attack on my soul. This specific betrayal by the writers is destroying me. How dare they make us sit through the anxiety of Nick's fentanyl crisis, only to hit us with a stealth medical emergency for Nikki? I am clutching my chest because I am too unwell to handle the gravity of these events. I am pacing my living room, scaring my cat, just ranting into the void because the Newman family is so deeply dysfunctional that they cannot even see the person holding them together is breaking apart. It is giving major, we took her for granted, and now she's slipping away, energy, and I refuse to accept it. Did I mention I am shaking? Because I am literally shaking. And can we just take a moment to talk about Nikki's absolute refusal to show weakness? She is straight up powering through this mystery illness with nothing but sheer willpower and a flawless blowout. She is putting on her signature lipstick, adjusting her posture, and pretending that her brain isn't actively rebelling against her. It is so heartbreakingly on brand for her, but it is also exactly why her family is failing her. They are so used to Nikki being the unbreakable diamond of Genoa City that they cannot fathom her actually shattering. I am genuinely weeping into my pillow right now. The psychological warfare of watching her suffer in silence while Victor brags about his corporate wins is a level of television I was not prepared for today. I need them to wake up before we lose her forever. I'm calling it right now. The villain arc of this undiagnosed disease is about to go nuclear. The second NIKKI collapses for real, the entire Newman empire is going to shatter into a million pieces. Nick will spiral back into addiction. Victoria will absolutely lose her mind with guilt for brushing it off as MS, and Victor will unleash a level of hellfire we have never seen before. He will probably try to sue the concept of illness itself. I am physically vibrating from the stress. This situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. I need you all to sound off immediately, because my grip on reality is slipping, and I need to know I am not the only one spiraling over Nikki's headaches. Send help, send doctors, send a complete Newman family intervention.